let me hop across straight to Ambassador Manju Seth. Ambassador Manju Seth, now let's try to put a locus on this, because I think you and I would roughly agree that any conversation that President Xi Jinping is taking or conducting with Muizzu of Maldives, or with Oli of Nepal, or with Shehbaz Sharif of Pakistan, nothing being discussed, including the potential announcement of CPEC 2.0, nothing being discussed here is of any good news for India. Whatever they're discussing is inimical to India's interests. So what are we doing? What are we achieving here? Like I said, I don't want to underplay it, but I don't want to overplay it either. What's actually being achieved here?
Actually, this is, given the changing and the tense geopolitical, geoeconomic environment at the moment, and our ties, taking a slight dip with the US. I don't think it's going to be a permanent dip, but yes, it is a dip. And also, given China's approach in our neighborhood, so all these meetings, as you very rightly said, are unlikely to be positive as far as India is concerned. But at the same time, I think the fact that China is also suffering from the US's sort of impact, they would want to not overdo the negativity in the relationship with India, or what will cause negative fallout with India. So while they will be discussing their mutual interest, areas of mutual interest with our
okay, just hold your thought. We have a statement from the Maldivian president, Mohamed Muizzu, who has just met with Chinese President Xi Jinping. He says, and I quote, "Heartened by the warm welcome I have received during my ongoing official visit to China. We have discussed expediting joint initiatives and exploring potential avenues to expand existing cooperation," quote unquote. Now that doesn't say much, but you can well imagine that the Chinese have a singular interest in the Maldives, and that's not a trade interest. That's not a large trading association. It's not a tourism interest, although it might be for the Maldivians. They have a strategic interest, and the strategic interest primarily is to counter India in those trade routes which Maldives sits upon, and in the longer term to counter the US. When things had come down a pile with the Maldivians, the conversation in New Delhi was going on that the Chinese want to build a submarine base in one of the Maldivian atolls. So let me quickly get Ambassador Manju Seth back in. Let's come to the big meeting here. So PM Modi, President Xi, they're going to sit down for almost an hour. Obviously, they're going to be discussing what to do with Donald Trump. Okay, that's the one thing that we all agree on right now, even though we disagree on almost everything else. So what can actually be done? What can be achieved here that we can expect to be announced? I mean, we're expecting direct flights, a little bit of FDI. What can actually be achieved in what is a sideline meeting and not a direct bilateral summit?
There will be the two things that you mentioned. There will be talk of how to to counter the tariffs and how to deal with President Trump, and to also see to deal or to navigate this new situation. But yes, we can see that China does have the upper hand at the moment in the global scheme of things, and our relationship with China had taken a downturn. So we will want to reset that. Our Prime Minister would talk to him about step-by-step recalibration, re-establishment of balance in the relationship, but to also expedite the border issues, which are one of the major irritants in the relationship, and the trade, and the economic relationship, which is really, very,
Okay. Singularly, Ambassador Seth, if nothing else substantive comes out of this, at the very least, do you think the two of them are going to say that, all right, we are going to make a temporary peace on all our issues, okay? Because we've got bigger fish to fry right now. The Chinese economy is more in trouble right now than the Indian economy. They are facing tariffs also. Not to say that they are devastated, no. But are they in trouble? Yes. Are we foreseeing trouble? The answer is yes. So do you think a temporary peace, that listen, let's not mess with each other's backyard for the foreseeable future, that's the best that can be achieved?
Yes, I think that will be one of the main outcomes of this meeting, to how to navigate the current situation, to live together and to work together in this global environment.
All right.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.